Another day, another deck. And today we are playing Casino Wizards. This is a timeless deck. It does have a sideboard if you want. I'll throw that in the comments as well. But really the focus of this deck is gambling, just a little bit. So the Wizards aspect, we have Snapcaster Mage, we have Sleep-Cursed Faerie as well. We have a few other things, Flame of Anor when it comes down to being able to choose two instead of one for having a wizard, and then we have Tidebinder here just to be a menace and counter whatever we want that the opponent's trying. But here comes the real gamble with Invert Polarity. It allows us to flip a coin. We either counter a spell or steal the spell from our opponent. Now with that, we want to try and use our Snapcaster Mage to reanimate it and bring it back if needed, or just play it straight up and get whatever we want from our opponent and see if we can play their deck better than them. But let's get right into it. Alright, first game, not on the play. This hand is not great with only one mountain. I think we got a mulligan this. Thundering Falls, we keep. We have two fairies. We're going to pitch one to the bottom. We can surveil off the top. We got an island, so that buys us a little bit of time, actually. So let's go ahead and get the fairy out and hold up the subtlety. You know me, subtle if anything. Opponent looks like they're playing Esper. Castle Vantress out. They're reading what the fairy does. I think that's good news for us. Okay, mana drain also. I think we pitch this for now just because I don't think we need like a restriction on it. Hopefully we can just go ahead and do what opponent's doing here and go grab our own island. We'll just do it at their end step in case they try doing anything crazy. Alright, end step. Steam vents. Alright, we're cooking now. Go ahead and have that enter. Untap, play another fairy. And then we can hold up a mana drain and subtlety. Yeah, I think we take one counter off of the fairy just to put a little bit of pressure on the opponent. Start swinging in. Opponent has a little bit of hesitation. Are they going to kill it or what? No, they don't kill it. Down to 17. Now they kill it. Interesting. Void Rend. I don't think there's really anything we could do for that. I think we just take down one counter and keep going forward with this one. Do we save this? Opponent Swords Plowshare. We gain 3 life. I don't think we need to subtlety this because then they just get to go ahead and do it next turn. So yeah, I think we just let it go through. All good there. And now we're just playing some good old-fashioned Magic. Let's island cycle again. And hold off. Now we can go ahead and play this. We have Lórien Revealed. Let's just decline. I would rather just take the mana. Put out our third fairy of the game. Opponent's going to counterspell. I don't think that matters to us too much. Because, see, with this deck, we're trying to use what they're going to play against them. So, we'll see. We can go ahead and... Wait. Snapcaster, that's good. We're just waiting on opponent. Opponent and I are both wasting a lot of mana here. We're not playing efficiently at all. Spell Snare also. Pass the turn. This is the riveting gameplay that you come to see when we play. Alright, and opponent discards. We can actually treasure cruise. It's not going to be fully discounted, but we can go ahead and get rid of our library. We don't really rely on that at all. Well, we do, Snapcaster, but there is nothing in there that would help us. We do have a Scalding Tarn, and we are going to have to discard a card. Yeah, let's stick with the Steam Vents in case they basics check us. I think we get rid of the Spell Snare here, just because it's only a 3 mana then, if we Snapcaster in and need to use it. I'd rather hold on to the mana drains and the subtleties. I could have gotten rid of the Galvanic Discharge, I guess, but... Alright, Flooded Strand. Pass to the opponent. Opponent's been waiting. Okay, opponent finally Castle Vantresses. We can actually counter this. It's a nice from the opponent. Thank you, thank you. I thought it was nice. Opponent gonna Surgical Extraction. That's not a huge deal, but I kind of want to see if we can bait them to counter our mana drain since we have so much to hold up here. Nope, opponent does not. What do they got now? It's a fairy. Oh, I saw that coming. Opponent scoops it up before we can even play it. On to the next one. Team 2, we got some chalk. We're gonna eat some chalk. Now, let's see what we got. 2 lightning bolt. Tidebinder, well, mulligan that. We've got the Invert Polarity. We got to put one thing back. I think we pitch a Brainstorm and see what we got from here. Do we want to just... I think we Steam Vents and hold up the Brainstorm just to be sure we can protect whatever we get. Opponent Thoughtseize incoming. Hopefully not. Scavenger's Talent. Okay, that's not the discard. What? Opponent concedes. Well, that was easy. On to the next one. Alright, take 2. Jesse TCG with a Jaya Ballard. Okay, we got 2 Flame of Anor. We've got a Sleep-Cursed Faerie. I think we keep this, right? Like, we've got the Subtlety also. I think this is a good keep. Opponent thinking. Oh no, Boros Energy. Alright, I think we Subtlety this. Just let's get it going. Right out the gate, show them that we've got, they're not going to bully us. Select him. Maybe that was the wrong call. I mean, it just sets them back 1 turn. Allows us to actually put out a Steam Vents here. And I think we just hold for the Lightning Bolt. So now we can at least kill what they play next. I don't know. Is it bad that I'm already thinking of just quitting? Sorry. Boros Energy just pains me. I cannot stand this deck. Alright, what's opponent gonna do? Well, we'll see if they do anything crazy. It looks like they're not going to. Lightning Bolt. What are they fetching? Okay. Surveil Land. I was like, what protection do they have? If they were running Shield Mage, I was gonna be livid. Alright. Opponent's really thinking about that top card. I think we go ahead and put out the fairy. Hold up the Flooded Strand to see if we can get a Surveil going, and then go from there. I'm just gonna Flage. They can't hit the fairy. Why are they trying to hit the fairy? Oh, and good game. Okay. I don't know why they're not sticking around, but maybe they just know that they can't, you know, mess with the fairy. Ooh, we're facing a lower mythic player here. We're only in diamond. Why are you doing this to us? We got the Invert Polarity. Hopefully, maybe we can do what we came to do. Let's go ahead and just play a Steam Vents here. We'll hold up a Lightning Bolt and a Brainstorm. I don't think there's anything more beautiful in Magic than that. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think we Brainstorm. I was considering just pinging them in the face. Well, now we can put back. Well, we're going to keep both of these. We're kind of locked now. So the Subtlety and the Mana Drain go back. I think we put the Mana Drain on top just because we can Steam Vents next. Or we can sink into Stupor, but that's 3 damage rather, and just hold up here. Next turn we have the Invert Polarity online. Opponent going for the Undercity Sewers. You know, it's bittersweet, because if I beat this person, I beat a Mythic player in Diamond, but it's also an 87% Mythic player. Alright, opponent's just gonna pass. We have Subtlety up. Let's go down to 13. We've dealt 9 damage to ourselves so far. What's opponent got up their sleeve? The only thing I can think of is that they are playing Show and Tell. Which, if they happen to be playing Show and Tell, the Invert Polarity isn't helpful if we flip the coin and land on heads. Because then we just take that spell and use it ourselves. So, alright, opponent's gonna pass the turn. I'm just gonna draw 2 cards here. See if we can bait them to counter it. Nothing from opponent, so yeah, I think we're good to go. I was gonna say Subtlety, we don't really need a Subtlety anything. I think we actually put the Flooded Strand down just to get a nice shuffle on the deck going. But we're back into a great scenario, holding up Lightning Bolt, Brainstorm, but now we're also holding up Mana Drain and Invert Polarity. This is what it's like to play Mono Blue Magic. Even though we're not playing Mono Blue, but you know what I mean. We are controlling everything. Hi, Fibblethip. I love the Fibblethip just waving at us randomly. Alright, Thundering Falls. We don't need another island. We've got 5 mana, and in this deck, that is plenty of mana. Another Invert Polarity. Let's move that over. I think, yeah, we sit back and wait. The opponent's gonna wait, we're gonna wait too. So they throw out a Scalding Tarn into the graveyard and get the Breeding Pool. Didn't pay. They have to be playing Show and Tell, right? Like, they have to be doing Show and Tell and have a mix of like discard spells, like Thoughtseize or something. That's the only thing I can think of. They're not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. Well, I'm doing some stuff. I've brainstormed. I might just Lightning Bolt them here just to get that off. Alright, no response from the opponent. Okay, they pitch Veil of Summer. That's not too great for us, but let's put Lightning Bolt back on top of the library. Show the opponent, like, hey, you know exactly what you're gonna get next turn. Maybe this will kind of make them want to jump the gun, be like, okay, let's just try and force out something. Because in this case, we do have the mana drain now. We can stop the show and tell. I love the show and tell deck, but I don't have Omniscience or Atraxa or anything like they do, so I think I will Brainstorm. They know we've already got something on top. We still hold up the Invert Polarity and a third Invert Polarity. Okay, let's do Mountain Discharge on top. So we now have 3 Invert Polarities. We could cast 2 of them back to back. And if we had another land, we could then also cast a mana drain. We're preparing for a fight. This is like a stare down at high noon right now. The opponent knows we got something. We know they got something. This is Magic at its finest. Alright, opponent took their time there, but it's finally our turn, so I think we Lightning Bolt them again, just because we can. Come on, opponent. You know you want to counter it. Just counter the Lightning Bolt. Don't go down. Don't go down to 8 life. I think opponent may be tired of this match. Alright, down to 8 life. On to our turn now. We've got the discharge and pass the turn. Alright. Brainstorm from the opponent finally. How funny would it be to Invert Polarity that? I'm not, I didn't, but how funny would it be? Just that's how we show them, like, look at what we got. Because they're expecting mana drain, subtlety. They're expecting all of that. They are absolutely not expecting the Invert Polarity. Nobody expects the Invert Polarity. We got another Brainstorm. Yeah, I think we're going to do what we've been doing here and pass the turn. So what are y'all up to? We're going to Brainstorm. Oh, are they going to... Nope, they're not going to counter it. So Spell Snare. We can put those 2 back. We'll do the Steam Vents first, because we've got enough counter spells. This deck should have been oops all counters, because we have so many counter spells in it. Are they just gonna hard cast Atraxa? Is that what they're gonna try and do? Because I'm sold. This is show and tell now. It has to be show and tell. Hi again, Fibblethip. But what are they doing? I kind of even just want to throw out the subtlety just to have an attacker now. So we just have a 3/3, put them on a 3-turn clock if they don't do anything. We still hold up the Invert Polarity. We have mana drain. We have the discharge also. Alright, opponent's thinking about it. So they're going to mana drain it. Should we mana drain their mana drain? Or should we just let them have it? Yeah, let's mana drain their mana drain. This battle, they will win. So Veil of Summer, that's fine. That's actually really fine. Hopefully, because they're going through all this, they get an extra, 4 mana next turn? We get 2 this turn, now that we're going to do anything with it, but we can just pass the turn now, and they should feel more inclined. They feel like they've got everything good. But yeah, they they did Veil of Summer, but it didn't. I don't know why they did it then. They should have waited. Get our invert polarities. I don't know why I keep calling it invert, whatever. There it is. There's the hard cast Atraxa. Let's invert polarity. Please take their Atraxa. Please. Come on. Come on. What's opponent gonna do? What is opponent gonna do? We got an Atraxa, opponent. We got an Atraxa, not you. Oh, Lord. Yes, okay, that was amazing. I'm surprised the opponent's still here. Why didn't you leave? Why are you still here? Oh, yeah, they're gonna rope me, aren't they? Yeah. It's my Atraxa now, opponent. It's my good game. Alrighty, so that was Casino Wizards. Got to steal an Atraxa. What do y'all think? This is a good deck. Would you have fun playing it? Or is there anything you do to change it? Go ahead and consider leaving a like, subscribing, and tell me what you think in the comments below. And thank you for tuning in to our Deck a Day series. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. You're doing everything right today, and you matter. Goodbye.